What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rogue here. So, you guys already know I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For 20 plus years. And in my 20 plus years of playing this game, I've never seen Konami drop a huge bombshell that actually got people excited to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. That's right. So, as you guys already know, I myself and a bunch of other YouTubers, alongside a lot of you fans out there, have been complaining and complaining and complaining to Konami about the price structure. But guess what? YCS Providence dropped this weekend. They announced yesterday they're going to be doing new pricing for up and coming YCS in the future. So I'm assuming this is probably going to implement right after Providence. So for the national season going into 2026. So it happened a lot faster than what I thought was going to happen. So they finally listened and gave us additional pricing, starting with day two pricing, which was like, I promise you, I'm like one of the only YouTubers that brought it up. Now, maybe some other people brought it up. I didn't see everyone's videos. I just know the videos I saw, people were just saying, hey, they should give pricing, mainly for top cut. A lot of people felt like just making day two, they don't want to give people consolation prize, which I'm one of those players that's like, nah. If you make day two, you gotta get up early to play in the event. You should get something. Every other game, like Lorcana and apparently One Piece as well, gives their day two competitors something for making a day two. And you could typically flip those day two pricing on the secondary market in those games for good money. In Lorcana, you can flip your day two pricing for like a couple $100. Same thing with One Piece. So Konami just announced for Yu-Gi-Oh players, we get a pack that's pretty much randomized with a bunch of different cards you can pull. Then you get like one card in the pack for day two. So obviously there's probably gonna be a chase card. One of them gonna be either Blue Eye, Cyber Dragon, Gaga, Pot of Desires, some Link monster. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have a picture on the screen though. King Caesar, Shadow Fusion, Light Sworn stuff, Dante, and then the Blackwing card. So off the rip, these are gonna be really good. Some people are saying, "Oh my God, these are trash. Konami ain't doing nothing good for us. Like, why are you excited? This is terrible. Konami should just give us cash." Now I'm with you guys on that. I believe Konami should give us cash, but no matter what reason they can't give us cash for, more than likely it's some licensing issues between Shueisha and whoever else in the Konami is higher up who don't want to give us cash. Perfectly fine. This is really good because, like I said, once again, in games like Lorcana and One Piece, you make pretty good money for your secondary pricing, even just for making day two. So typically when you make a day two at a YCS, it's somebody who's topped, well, ain't topped, but like, I haven't topped in 10 years, but who actually made day two twice between last year on my Yubel deck and this year on my Rizel deck. This is really good because let's say if this was implemented for me back then, I probably could sell these at least for $100. YCS Japan just happened this year. They have this promo token card right here. I don't know how you got the token card. I don't know if that was like a consolation prize for showing up. I don't know if it was for making day two. But this YCS Japan promo card right here is like $100. So if this is $100 for being a prizing for YCS Japan, and these day two cards are honestly all usable. Gaga stuff might get used in the future. Gaga decks. Obviously Cyber Dragon, the Black Wing thing, Dante, all the older stuff is gonna be used for Edison format, which Edison is huge, big Edison circuit. And then obviously Blue Eyes is gonna be using the Blue Eyes decks. All you Blue Eyes players, like they might want to pick up a day two Blue Eyes White Dragon card. Like I said, these cards probably go for 100 to a couple $100. Only the market to tell you right now how important these cards is and how rare they will be to pull. So it says prizes from cards for TCG territories and YCS WTQ events. Each duels that makes day two will receive a prize card from pool of 10 cards. So yeah, definitely the chase card probably gonna be short printed, more than likely Blue Eyes. Hell, I think stuff like this is perfectly fine. Even if they want to make Blue Eyes one of every 1,000 of these given out, that's smart because at the very least, if they're not giving us cash, they're giving us a way to make money on the back end, which is very freaking important. So once again, praising Konami, shout out to Konami, this is dope. Now, for making top 32, get a card trooper. Now, this is for WCQ and regular. Now, people are saying, oh, this is terrible. This is not good. This is trash. Like, it's card trooper. Who care about card trooper? I'm like, bro, once again, YCS Japan. Now, obviously, we're going to get effect value as well, but that's for, like, making higher in the top cut. But I'm going to bring up this effect value now. YCS Japan effect value. I don't know if you guys been living on a rock or you haven't checked the prices on those. And I forgot how you got those. I know you had to make top cut to get those in Japan. They're selling for $2,700. So if you get this card trooper, you're probably gonna be able to at least sell it for $1,000 in a TCG. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on how high the demand is between the collector's market and how many people are gonna want to sell them or versus keep them. So once again, at the very least, you might be able to get $500. Realistically speaking, I could see 500, maybe even for the national one because they're going to be rarer. Maybe that's $1,000 or more. Only time will tell once again, but once again, kisses to Konami, that's freaking dope. That is freaking dope. So now obviously Card Trooper is not used and Effect Veiler is used. So the Effect Veiler being 2,700 in Japan makes sense. But once again, top 16 and I think on up, you get Effect Veiler. So once you get top 16, you get Effect Veiler. Now, Effect Veiler in TCG may be worth more than the one in the OCG because OCG is a smaller region for Yu-Gi-Oh! And TCG. TCG encompasses Canada, United States, I think majority of the world, even in the Asian English areas, alongside of Europe. So I won't be surprised with these Effect Veilers in the US, the top 16 ones, go for like $3,000 or more, maybe even $4,000 because the ones in Japan go for 2,700. And like I said, once again, people are like, oh, this is a great step in the right direction, but once again, it's not worth it. I'm like, bro, think about this. Stop, get out your feelings, think about it. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Complainer. And a lot of you guys told me, oh, stop complaining. You're being negative. Complaining doesn't get shit done. Look at this. If us YouTubers, if you guys wasn't emailing Konami, not to say to harass Konami, don't harass Konami, but if you guys, we weren't venting our frustrations, making videos, talking about how pro players are leaving their pricing around, starting a social media viral moment where other card games like Lorcana, One Piece, Alestrals, Magic, Pokemon players are all roasting us Yu-Gi-Oh players, and having some of your most better players like Triff take a break from the game, aka quitting from competitive events. But he might go to the events now because he did say on his Twitter that this is a really good change for the game. All the pros are on board with this because they all know we don't have to be the laughingstock of the TCG community anymore. And in addition to that, these cards are going to go for top dollar because once again, in every other card game, pricing like this goes really good. The same thing's going to happen here in America. So I just want you the guys to know, when us YouTubers and people complain, it's not that we're doing it just to be negative. We're doing it for the love of the game. Now, a lot of you guys are probably content with the way the pricing used to be because you want things to be more cutthroat, and I get that from a competitive standpoint. But at the same damn time, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has evolved. The game is a lot more complicated than it was when it first came out. Back in my day, literally when I was a teenager in high school, I don't even think they had like top 32. It was top 8, and that was it. And then they had to eventually evolve it and give us better pricing. And they had different tournaments. And honestly, like I said, the pricing has regressed over the years. But with this, alongside of everything else Konami's giving us, I think we're going to start seeing a bigger increase in events. A lot more sharking, if I'm being honest, especially these cards go for top dollar. And a lot less people quitting day 2. Because if you guys haven't been at YCS in a long time, most of the time when people make day 2 and they have a record of like X21, X11, or X12, and they're like, it's a smidget chance they can make top cut, they just scoop them up and go play 3v3. And they don't even worry about trying to even make day 2 anymore. So I think this is really good for those players who kind of like travel with their friends scrolled out. So instead of them quitting to go play in a side event, they can stay in the main event and get at least their prizing and go from there. Maybe they'll sneak in the top cut from there. So yeah, I think this is really good. Shout out to Konami. Somebody's been listening. I won't be surprised if somebody listens to all of our videos, not just mine. And yeah, man, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here, want to subscribe for more, subscribe more. We're almost at 23K subs. Are you guys excited for the new YCS prizing? I know I am. This is your boy Rogue, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.